So hello and welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and this is Richard. So this room is approximately 8 by 8, and this used to be my youngest son Jaden's room, but since Michael moved out, he's moved into this room, the larger room, and I get this room for myself. And I have decided that this is going to become my outdoors storage area, so that I can have stuff actually out. And the cat's not supposed to be in here, but she wandered in. I'm going to try to keep all the animals, including Violet, out of here, but we'll see. So anyway, I have a few shelving units that I had out in the front room, and they came in here, and then I have my nice little cart here. So I'm going to start filling this room up here in a day or two. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what the room looked like empty, or at least empty enough without the, just with the few shelves that I have in here. So anyway, there we go. This is my 8 by 8 room, and I'm going to start turning this into my outdoors Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft room. And I'm curious to see what it involves getting it done, and how it evolves into what it's going to become. So it's about 3 in the morning, and I think I've probably been working on this for, well, many hours. I couldn't even tell you how long I've been working on it. But anyway, I don't nearly have, I've only probably opened up about 4 totes now. But anyway, I'll kind of give you a general idea of what I'm trying to work at here. So this right here, right now, will be my tent and sleeping bag type area. I'll come down here, and I have 2 tents here, 2 small 1 or 2 person tents here. I have a sun shelter right there, and I actually set this out and did a video sleeping in this. There we go. I got this at Walmart, and I honestly don't remember how much the stuff was, so I can't give you prices. In the back I have like a poncho and some other things up back in there. Here we go. This is a mosquito net that my daughter Shanae gave me. Some nails that I use for tent spikes and things of that nature. Here's a pillow, a blow-up pillow. I have a couple hammocks. I enjoy hammock camping, but it's not something I do a lot. Emergency blanket and an emergency tent. Now this scrunchie here goes along with my sleeping thing here, because what I do is I open this up and I run this through my guideline, and that helps me keep my tarp and everything off of my hammock and stuff during the daytime when I don't want to be covered up. Here is a sleeping pad. I have some straps and stuff for my hammocks. There's some more wiring for my running my hammocks. Here is a military tent, one of those pup tents, and one of the cats is scratching. Stop it! The cats are scratching at the door. My sleeping bag, it also has a couple blankets in there. Right now I just don't have any place for my antlers, these antlers here, so I've just kind of stuck them there. I don't have anything on the walls yet. So, well, there's some citronella right there a little bit. I got a shovel, a little hand shovel, yeah, a little bigger than a hand shovel, but a shovel. My 2 little items there. Here's a tote that I'm going through right now that it looks like it's mainly kitchen stuff. I have a lot of kitchen stuff, so we're going to circle this away. And here is some trapping gear. This is some of my trapping. A lot of my trapping gear is still out in the shed, so I'm going to have to go get it. But here's some trapping gear. Hold on a second. For some reason that cat wants to come in here, and I'm not going to let any of the animals come in. Don't even think I'm going to let Violet come in here. Here's a sack full of, oh, I don't know what is in there actually. Containers of type. I have waterproof bags, trash bags, what's this here? A drop cloth, shower curtain, water storage. I have a lot of containers and things. Here's a piece of rebar that I'm going to be using with this 330 when I decide to go out and get that beaver. Let's see, this is just kind of right now just a smattering. I have some, used to be 50 feet of cord, but I had to actually cut some of that off of there, so I'm not really sure how much is there now. Some bird seeds sitting back here for trapping and things of that nature. This little thing here has some birch bark in it. Okay, second shelf is my lighting. Right now I'm just kind of digging through and getting my flashlights and all my lighting here, and I got a bunch of chem lights. So right now I'm trying to throw things in a general area that I know where everything is at to some degree. So back there are some containers, metal containers of all sorts of types. So I have some a few rags right here, and then 3 pairs of gloves, slingshot and some slingshot ammo, being rocks and marbles. In this general area right here right now is some of the fire kit and stuff that I've been able to dig out. And again, I'm not gonna go through this right now. I'm just kind of trying to throw things in generalized areas. Cordage of all sorts. Here's wire cordage. Here's a bunch of other type. There's tape back there. Fishing line is right here. Has some dental floss here, which I like using dental floss, not only as dental floss, but I love using it as cordage. Let's see, up here, the top shelf here, some seeds. This is a seed pack that I have, just all sorts of random seeds. Some I've collected, some I've just purchased. Inhaler, I got some wet wipes. There's a net. I made that net. I do believe I did a video on that too. So there's a net. Some floss. I'm not exactly sure what the proper name for that is, but I made a bolo out of 3 golf balls and some 550 cord, and that really works well, by the way. A bunch of zip strips back there. I got all kinds of just random stuff right now. I got some bleach tablets for water purification. In here I have a frog jig in there, and on this side I have a couple rocks that I use to try to bring in squirrels. Up here right now I have at least one huge tote just full of hygiene and medical gear. Each have a tote of their own, but these are just some random things that I just kind of found, some stuff up there. And here is this muslin, this right here. I left it in the plastic so it doesn't get all dusty. And then this here is some cloth. Well, it's a little thicker than just, but I was gonna actually make some books out of this, some book covers and things, but I've decided I'm gonna do some other stuff with that instead. I'm gonna go to the closet. So up here I have a couple showers, solar showers. I have 3 wool blankets. I have 3 full sets of clothes. These are my old BDUs. And to be totally honest, I was amazed that they still fit me, because I got them out and tried them a few weeks back, and I'm actually shocked that I can still fit in those. I have, here are 3 backpacks. This one here, this grayish one, or tan one here, I generally use for cooking kits. The red one I've not used yet. It was recently given to me and I haven't even used it yet. And then here's my main ruck. It's a large military ruck. Here's a ghillie suit type thing that I made out of burlap and spray painted the designs on there. Here is a large It was going to be a ghillie suit, but it ended up being a blanket. And this thing's, well, it's even larger. It's huge. Anyway, I believe I did a video on this, and I handmade that. Here is a sarong, which is actually part of my martial art gear, but I'm putting it in here because I think I'm going to use it for some survival stuff. Here's this blanket that I recently showed you. And then I have many of these blankets. These are very long, but they're narrow. And I probably have, as a matter of fact, it's those blankets right there. It's those right there. And anyway, I have probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 of these. Right now I just have one of them in there. A couple nice big blankets like this. I have these 2 in here, but I probably have 2 or 3 more running around somewhere. And then here's a sleeping bag liner. I have that there. So right now that's my closet. Okay, let's scoot around over here. Down here is right now is just a little chest. I have some books and stuff in it right now. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to end up using that for, but I wanted to get it in here. Here's some knives. Just some random generalized knives and cutting tools that I have dug out so far. These bones I got at the Dollar Tree in their buffalo. And the reason they're over here is because I'm going to make knife blades out of them. Anyway, here's a machete. Here's the knife that Carl the Madman made me. I made this bucksaw, and I think I've done a video on it before. Some sharpening tools. Here's a railroad spike. Now, come over here, and I'll show you this so far is my cooking kit area. And I probably have more cooking kit items than anything else, but so our A&W root beer stand had these several years back, and they gave them to you with root beer. As soon as I seen one, I knew I wanted one, so I purchased one just because I wanted the bag. So it holds a gallon, and I use this as water storage. But you can see I just have a bunch of all sorts of cooking kit items here. Some of this stuff you might recognize and see me used before and talked about. Other things you may not have. But here's my Jiffy popcorn pans, which I love. If any of you guys have ever watched my videos of my grandson Seth and I making eggs, you've probably seen me use this before. Here's a nice little stove that I made out of a cookie sheet. Just all sorts of random things. There's a couple really small cast iron skillets. So what else do I have in here? Here's my oven. This is my oven, and I made a video making muffins. I believe it was muffins. I don't remember exactly. Maybe muffins. I think it was. Here's a stove I made, a rocket stove, and I did a video on that as well. I have some pans back there and a bunch of bowls. These are actually dog bowls from the Dollar Tree, and they work really well. Here's the tin that I usually collect my cook gear in, and I put it in this, and then I throw it in that tin ruck, and that's what I usually take out. And some of my other stuff here, just little small random things. So anyway, here's a hand crank solar radio. Here's some fishing gear. This is actually fill this up with bait, and then throw it in the water, and then it seeps out through here, and it attracts the fish for catfishing and things of that nature. But anyway, this is general after a few hours of work. You know, I've still got many hours to go, and I've still got the majority of my gear to be digging out. But so far, this is what it looks like. I'm going to need a lot more shelving units. And I'm going to start hanging stuff on the wall eventually. But for now, thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's your own backyard.